Okay, that's all the shooting you're going to see in this video. This is actually about 5 years since I made the last video on this Ruger Alaskan 454. And I've had it for, I don't know, 7, 8 years now. So I'm going to go through my experience with it. Now, I'm not a gun expert. I don't even consider myself a particularly good shot. So this is just my particular opinion and experience with this particular pistol. First thing, of course, it's empty. Now, I got this because I wanted something I could carry when I was riding my Rokon Trailbreaker motorcycle. I had a Ruger Alaskan Red Hawk 444 Magnum, which flopped around a lot. Big long pistol. I wanted something that was smaller, fit up tight to my hip, didn't flop around. So I got this. And I wanted some leather that would sit close to my hip. So I got this paddle holster. Worked real good. Sit right there. Then I had a hip replacement. And wearing this next to a hip replacement was pretty sore. Bugs. So I went out and got a chest rig so I could put it up here. Now when I was riding the Rokon, I wore a chest protector, what they call a roost guard. So that was pretty nice on there. Eventually my joints got worse. I had to get rid of the Rokon, went to a Honda Foreman, wasn't wearing the chest protector, bouncing around having this weight hitting against my chest. Got to raising bruises. Got a regular holster. Went down the hardware store, got a belt. This works good for me now. Now, anybody that's been around guns for a while knows that they're particular sometimes on what they eat. Now this particular one, and I have no experience with any other 454, this particular one does not like the high-powered loads. I'll mention the buffalo bores because that was about the only high-powered load they had at the gun shop here, or the sporting goods store. And I tried them. Went through a couple boxes of them. I got no complaints about the buffalo bore ammo in any other pistol because I never used them in any other pistol, so I can't say anything about them. This pistol doesn't like them. Short barrel, 2.5 inches. Recoil is very sharp. I had problems with the bullet starting out of the case on recoil, jamming the cylinder. Not a good thing on a personal defense weapon. I also dip snuff. I'm not a good example. The other thing was misfires. Ruger uses, come in close here, you see a step up on the hammer there. When that hammer is down, it's resting on the frame. When you pull the hammer back, there's a plate that comes up, takes up the space between here and the firing pin, so the hammer has to hit that plate and drive that into the firing pin. This is a safety factor in case you drop it. The hammer isn't going to hit the firing pin because it's resting on the frame, so you need something to take up that space. Problem is, with the high-powered loads like the Buffalo bore, a lot of them use a heavy primer. And the reduced impact from the hammer to the firing pin because of that plate didn't have enough force to indent the primer. It didn't happen every shot, but it happened enough that you couldn't depend on them. So I tried a couple of different loads, and it fired these Hornady 300 grain hollow points. Seems to like them. They had some other stuff down the store that in normal 454s that it ate them just fine. Just doesn't like the heavier loads. Like I said, it'll either start the bullet out of the case or wouldn't get a full indent on the primer. So other than that, I've been happy with it. Been using it a lot. I come out to range every month or so and fire off whatever ammo I've been carrying. Just 6 or 12 loads. And that works for me. Now for my rant. I see a lot of guys out here at the range, and they got some long-barreled thing with a scope on it, and they'll brag about how they can hit poker chips at 100 feet with it. Well, the plain fact is you got to be able to hit a pie plate at 20 feet and closing fast. So your scope isn't doing you any good. It's close range shooting when you're using a weapon for self-defense out here. The other thing, these people that go out and they got one of them bandito belts on or whatever, got 25, 30 rounds of ammo strapped on their belt. You're not going to get in a gunfight out here. You'll be lucky if you get off 2 shots. So carry what's in the pistol, maybe a few spares, carry half dozen. That's all you need. So that's it for that. My personal opinion and a little bit of a rant. Like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm not even a particularly good shot. I'm just a guy that carries guns for what I need them for, and does a little bit of a shooting. And I have got a lot of experience with them. But that, I don't claim to be any kind of an expert on them. I'm not going to talk velocities and angle of drop and everything else. I know what this will do at close range, and it works for me. That's it.